I got the time right here. I got the time right now. Uh-huh. That's right. Time is all I got right here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, here in the internet world, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you tune in to get the real scoop. My name is Don Strong. I am here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I am interviewing Brother David from Brooklyn.
Time, she's my friend.
Hello, everyone. This is Brother David from Brooklyn. Brother David from Brooklyn speaks, and I'm here to talk to you about something I think is very important. What's going on with people, as I see it, is a slow suicide in terms of what do people eat and drink. And it's not the quick suicide with the pistol or the any type of firearm, but it's a slow case of people eating that eventually kills them prematurely. We have a tremendous problem with nutrition. And as you know, most physicians are not nutritionists. They get paid when people get sick. So we should be thinking about keeping ourselves well. And one of the most important things is to do what's necessary in terms of having healthy food and drink. Over here in Brooklyn, we have a tremendous problem with people who have a problem with obesity, and you can't be really healthy if you're suffering from obesity. I know people who weigh 300 and 400 pounds. So that's one problem. And a lot of us don't know anything about nutrition. So we eat foods that are killing us slowly. Many of us, or most of us, are carnivores. We eat meats and we eat things that are not necessarily nutritious for us. So I think when we do that, we're actually doing suicide on a slow process of eating bad foods. In this society versus what you have in Europe, people who buy food don't have the luxury in a state like New York to know whether it's genetically engineered food. We don't have a law that makes it important or possible to show it on the label of the food we eat. We don't have a situation where they really teach people what is good for them and what's not good for them. We are in a situation, for example, where a lot of us are drinking milk. And as I see it, the only milk you really need is the milk that comes out of your mother when your mother is nursing you, breast milk. And then when you are finished nursing and you're no longer taking breast milk, then no more milk. There's no species animal that uses the milk of another animal after it's weaned from its own mother. So there are a lot of things that we need to look at. A lot of this depends on making money for corporations and individuals who sell things that are not necessary, are not good for us. Also, in this society, we have a tremendous addiction to sugar and salts and things that are no good for us, like soda. Why do we drink soda that's full with sugar? And many of us are addicted to soda. And we have a tremendous problem in this community in Brooklyn with diabetes. You go to the hospital and look in a clinic, and you'll find fantastic large numbers of people with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and many of that, many in that condition are that way because of what they eat. As a matter of fact, some people who are MD doctors don't eat well. Even though they've been to medical school, the emphasis in medical school was not about nutrition. It was what handled how people are sick by giving them medicines, by radiation, or surgery. So there's a lot that we have to do. We have, let's say, rampant obesity. I know people personally that are 400 pounds, and there's no need for that. And we have a situation where processed food is maybe full of things that are not good for us, and we ought to think about that. So if you want to live long, you got to eat right. And I know it's difficult, especially these times when we have many people who are out of work and whatnot, and they just eat whatever they can get. But if you have a choice, eat the things that are good for you. Many of the fast food places are serving food that is not necessarily good for you. Animal agriculture, where they're growing cattle and animals, and very few people relatively are vegetarians or vegans. So it might be a good thing to start thinking about becoming a vegetarian or vegan. You may think it's hard to wean yourself off of meat, but it can be done slowly. And you just break down a little bit first, and as you go, for example, you are used to eating fried chicken, maybe go to chicken breasts. And after you do chicken breasts for a while, maybe you'll be able to cut that out. Think about the dangers of drinking milk and drinking sodas. Think about that. Those things are not good for you, and they're unnecessary totally. Start thinking about using substitutes for sugar, like stevia, not those artificial things like they serve here, different brands, such as the various brands that artificial sweeteners, chemicals. Stay away from that, and stay out of fast food restaurants. If you're going to buy things, buy organic food if you can get it. Fruits and vegetables. Wean yourself off of meat. Look at food as your medicine. Think of food to keep yourself healthy and to live long. And in addition to that, think about dropping alcohol. Alcohol is any amount, beer, wine, or liquors. That's not good for you. If there's anything good you can say about President Trump, he doesn't drink alcohol. And the same thing with Mr. Biden. So that's a good thing to say about him. That's worthwhile. I would say that if you want to live long, you got to eat right. And if you don't eat right, that's a form of slow suicide. Think about some of the bad foods that are around. Did anyone in the audience know that hot dogs, what they have in them? Think about it. Hot dogs, they have maybe old or thin cattle carcasses, swine, cheeks, jowls, hearts, tongues, lips, eyelids, gums, intestines, ears, nostrils, tails, snouts, tendons, windpipes, liver, kidney, salt, fat, bone, blood preservatives, You see, that may be in the hot dogs that you're eating. So think about what you're eating. Think about weaning yourself off of these type of foods. And I think that's an important thing to do. And you don't want to get type 2 diabetes. Don't want to get serious obesity. And that's the way I see it. Think about the places where the people are fattest in poor states like Mississippi, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama. There you find the fattest people in the country. So think about it, everyone. Don't commit suicide slowly by eating bad food. Have good nutrition. I think it's important by cutting out meat and becoming a vegetarian or vegan. It has fantastic environmental value. By meat production, like there's meat production going on big time in South and Central America for the American market. And if we stop that, we will help the environment. Raising cattle for hamburgers at the local fast food restaurant is not good for the environment. So if you care about the environment, maybe you'll think about stopping the eating of meat. And that would be a fantastic thing by thinking about becoming either vegetarian or vegan. So think about everybody. And if you care about the environment, stop eating meat. I want to, again, show you my book. This is my latest book, Brother David. This is Playing the Game. So you might want to get this book, and that'll tell more about me. So until the next time, so long for now. Brother David from Brooklyn Speaks is gone away. Thank you.
This program is produced as a community service as a source of alternative information. Theme song by Don Strong and Danny Fromm, all rights reserved. Please note, the information presented and opinions expressed by Brother David do not necessarily reflect the opinions or imply endorsement by the producers of this program. Thank you for tuning in.